Hey everyone, welcome back to Kitty Sessions. In today's video, we are diving into a key feature that allows you to build intelligent and dynamic flows, which is conditionals. By the end of this video, you will know how to create flows that can make decisions based on different conditions. Let's get started. Conditionals allow our flow to behave differently based on certain criteria. Think of them as if then else statements. If a certain condition is met, the flow will take one action, and if it is not met, it can take another. This makes your automation flexible and smart. So let's take a look at how we can add conditionals to our flows. So today I'm going to launch desktop flow. I will click on launch app. Under the conditionals category, you will see the action called if. Let's drag and drop it into our flow. And here you need to give the first operand, second operand, and operator. For example, if I want to see, if I want to do some comparison, means if 10 equals to 10. Let me save this, and it will automatically add this and if this condition is true, I want to print a message. I'm going to print true. Let me save this. Let me run the flow. See, we are getting true because this condition is true. Then our flow is going inside this if. And if this condition is false, for example, if I change the condition 100 is equal to 10, this condition is false, then this flow will not go inside this if. It will go outside this if. This condition is false, then it will come here. Let me print one more message outside this if. See, this fourth line, this is outside this if condition. And if I drag drop this to this line number 3, you can see now this second display message is also inside this if. But what I want to do is I want to print a message outside this if. Outside if. So now this condition is false, it will not print this message. See, we are directly getting this outside if. We are not getting this true. So with this input dialog, we will take an input from the user, and user will give a number. And here we will check whether that number is greater than 100, then we will print greater than 100. And I want if that number is not greater than 100, then it will print another message. So let me show you how we can achieve that. For that we will use else. If condition is true, then it will print this, and if condition is false, then this will print this message. It is like if this, otherwise this. Okay, so I will update this message. See, again we have this if, else, and AND. So let me run the flow. Let me enter number 988, and we are getting this greater than 100, and our flow is completed. It has printed only this message because this if condition was true. Now let me run it again. And let me give a number less than 100. See, it has printed this message. Number is not greater than 100. So this is how we can use conditions, and we can execute the statements accordingly. If I want to execute this statement, I will apply condition, and I will execute this. Now see, with the if else, we can execute only two statements, if this, otherwise this. But I have multiple conditions, like if in number is greater than 100, then this. If number is greater than 200, then this. If number is greater than 300, then this. To achieve that, we can use nested if, means if, else if. So we have this else if number is greater than 90, and if you want to add more conditions, we can add if number is greater than 80. So now I have implemented a real life condition. I have implemented a real life scenarios. We will ask user to enter the marks of the student, and they will enter the marks, and we are checking if marks are greater than 100, then we are showing a message first division. If marks are greater than 90, see, if it is greater than 100 means that means 101, 102, anything. And if it is 95, 96, then this if else if condition will be true, and it will show a message second division. And if marks are not greater than 90, but marks are greater than 80, means it is 81, 82, 85, till 89, then this will print third division. And if first condition is false, then it will go to the second condition. If first condition is true, then it will not go inside any of the condition. Means if marks are 101, then it will print this first division, and that's it. It will end. But if first condition is true, but if first condition is false, then it will go to second. If second is also false, then it will go to third. And if third is false, then it will go to this else. And here it will print pass. So let me run the flow. And let me give marks 85. It should print third division, and we are getting third. Now let me run it again. Marks, let me give 1. Now it should go to this else. See, pass. So this is how we can apply multiple conditions as per our requirements. So if you are aware of programming language, then you will be aware of this if. Now let me show you another action. So we have covered if, else if, and else. Now we have switch case and default case. So it is quite similar to the nested if. So let me use this switch. And here in switch, we need to give one value, which I am giving this user input. Okay, and let me click on save. So it will automatically add this, and in this switch we need to give case. Case means if that value is equal to 100. So let me click on save, and we can add multiple case. If value is greater than 100, let me add one more condition. If value is less than 100. Okay, and we can add multiple cases. And at the end, we can add this default case. If all these three conditions are false, means if it is not equal to 100, it is not greater than 100, it is not less than 100. So let me remove one condition. And now if we want to perform some actions, if this condition is true, I want to perform something like in previous example, we were printing the messages. So in this also we will print that. So whatever action you want to perform, you can do it here. We are printing the message, you can perform any other action also. Okay, so if it is greater than 100, if it is equal to 100, it will print first. If it is greater than 100, it will print second. And in the default case, it will print the third. And this default case is quite similar to the else condition of the nested if. Means if all the conditions are false, then it will go to this default. So let me run this. And let me give less than 100. And it is going to this default case. So you can use this also. So guys, this is all about conditionals in the Power Automate for desktop. In next session, we will cover the loops. And if you have any doubt or any question in this, please let me know.